So, on your first section of notes on Para Empezar notes, we're going to talk about familiar versus formal. So, in Spanish, there are actually two ways to say you. So, we do have two words for you. We have tú, which is tu with an accent, and usted. We use tú when we're talking with friends, some family members, and younger people. So, people younger than you, like little kids. And in general, we call this the familiar. Okay? So when I talk about familiar versus formal, or if you see this in your vocab page, this is also what this means. We use usted when we are talking to authority figures like your teachers or your bosses, older people, right, cops, people you don't know very well, so people you just met or people you're not too familiar with. And older people. So people much older than you, like adults if you're a kid, and then for adults, older adults, the elderly. And this is generally referred to as formal. Now, sometimes when you're writing or when you're reading, you're going to see UD with a period. This just means usted. That just means that. I also am going to add something to your notes, something special. So every family is different. So some families you can say yeah to your mom and dad, and some families you cannot. So one way to kind of test whether you should use familiar versus formal is do the yeah versus yes sir. So if it's someone you have to say yes sir to, you probably want to use formal. If it's someone you can go ahead and say yeah to, you're going to want to use familiar. So we're going to use our vocab to kind of practice this. So you can pause the video to help practice, and then you can have it checked if you would like. But your little brother. So, first off, this is a family member. All right. He's also younger than you. So, we would use our familiar greeting to ask how they are. ¿Cómo estás? Okay. Your teacher. This is an authority figure. It's also someone who is older than you. So, we'll use the formal how are you? ¿Cómo está usted? So, you would just keep going down the line and decide whether you need to use familiar or formal with these people. And that is how you do familiar versus formal.